I talked about my chocolate chip cookie experience, which is not mine, but it's one that I've used in training with a lot of my team, talking about how you leave everybody feeling like they just had a chocolate chip cookie smell, a chocolate chip cookie taste, and a chocolate chip cookie experience at the end of every transaction you do with them.
Welcome to the Small Business Safari, where I help guide you to avoid those traps, pitfalls, and dangers that lurk when navigating the wild world of small business ownership. I'll share those gold nuggets of information and invite guests to help accelerate your ascent to that mountaintop of success. It's a jungle out there, and I want to help you traverse through the levels of owning your own business that can get you bogged down and distract you from hitting your own personal and professional goals. So strap in, adventure team, and let's take a ride through the safari and get you to the mountaintop.
Hey everybody, it's Chris, and I want to talk today about our episode this week. Again, great information around customer experience and customer service. We actually launched into Alan's experience with Nordstrom. If you don't know about the Nordstrom way, you got to go research it. It is amazing what these guys do and how they create just a loyal and just an incredibly raving fan base of loyal customers. We talked about how Alan actually lost a pair of pants, and they didn't only just replace the pants, they replaced the suit because they couldn't match the pants. Great article, very important. And the question that really came up is, why do we need loyal customers? Well, you know what? We make more money off them, everybody. They like working with us. We like working with them. Our service dictates that we can do a better job. We talk about the Ritz-Carlton all the time. Why do people spend the money to go there? Because they're a loyal, raving fan base. You can get that too. You've got to give your loyal, raving fan base the great experience every single time. I talked about my chocolate chip cookie experience, which is not mine, but it's one that I've used in training with a lot of my team, talking about how you leave everybody feeling like they just had a chocolate chip cookie smell, a chocolate chip cookie taste, and a chocolate chip cookie experience at the end of every transaction you do with them.
Let's go ahead and thank one of our sponsors. Are you in the home service business and train your employees to represent your company in the right way when they're taking care of customers? Are they providing a 110% customer experience? If you aren't getting those rave reviews that you expect or those repeat customers that you crave, then you need to get the HomeServiceInstitute.com training programs. These training programs talk the language of your technician and help them figure out how to align your goals with their wants. Go ahead and check out the HomeServiceInstitute.com and all of their training modules, and they will turn your employees into 110% customer experience providers. That's the HomeServiceInstitute.com. And now let's get back to listening to what the guys have to say.
But sometimes things just don't go the way you'd hope. And you get Harry Heater, who calls you and says, you guys suck and you guys can't do it and won't let you up for air and just do nothing but vent. It is important to let them vent, but it is also important to turn it around and start to solve the problem at the root. You got to know what that root problem is, though, man. It's not always price. It's not always service. It's not always quality. Sometimes it could be just, I'm having a bad day and you guys invaded my space. So you got to really listen to what's going on, because solving the problem for the right thing every time involves listening and communicating quickly. Jack Welch said this best: when you have a crisis, and we have crises every day in small business, whether you realize it or not, you are in the business of solving problems as a small business owner. You got to get after it, and you have small crises. When you have these small crises, you got to be able to know how to react, and know this: you need to communicate quickly, often, and concisely. Know that every word that you're about to say can and will be used against you, but you got to give them the opportunity to let you know what the problem is, tell them what you're going to do to solve that problem, and then live up to your expectations and the words that you just said you're going to do to help that customer get over this. That is key, because I have turned a lot of people who may not have been happy with our service into great, loyal, raving fans. So be spot on there. And sometimes you might just have to ask the question, what would you like me to do? And if they look at you and say, well, you're the expert, you're the person who started this, you tell me, you can always respond with, I have an answer. I just want to hear what you'd like me to do to make sure that I'm going to exceed your expectations. And when they give you something, sometimes it doesn't feel too good, but it's time to go ahead and give them not only that, but a little bit more. Finally, we got to Alan's Caterpillar sandwich story, and you got to go listen to this. It's the last 10 minutes of the episode, but he talks about how his friend bought a number of sub sandwiches from a shop, brought them home, opened them up, and saw that there was a caterpillar in one of the sandwiches. He immediately got back in the car, drove back to the sandwich shop, and showed it to the manager, who immediately looked at that and said, I need to replace that. And he did. And the guy walked out of there with a less than spectacular experience and did not feel good about getting his sandwich replaced with just a caterpillar in it. He walked away and he is no longer going back there. You've lost your loyal fan base there. You've lost your loyal raving fan. You've got to figure out why that happened. And because he didn't go above and beyond and say, here, have the next 2 sandwiches on me, or something else like, what would you like me to do? And then go ahead and exceed that expectation. That's key. Sometimes things don't go right, but you can still make everybody a raving fan. Make it a great day, everybody. And I hope these 5 minutes were as fun and exciting as that we had this week, and make it a great day.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Small Business Safari. Remember, your positive attitude will help you achieve that higher altitude you're looking for in the wild world of small business ownership. And until next time, make it a great day.